I am Donita Rose F. Mendoza of BSED3B, and here is my reflection about arthropods and virus. The term arthropod refers to a distinctive characteristic of a group of organisms with jointed legs, known as appendages, which vary greatly in number and function. Arthro means joint in Greek and pod means foot. The functions of an appendages include eating, feeling, sensing, mating, breathing, movement, and defense. Anywhere and in any environment, arthropods can be found. They lack of a backbone because they are highly organized invertebrate animals. Arthropods of the class Insecta and Arachnida coexist closely with humans, although those of the order Diptera are the most important in terms of medicine. Based on what I have discovered, arthropods are characterized by a segmented body parts and that are divided in the head, thorax, and abdomen. They also have jointed and paired appendages, including legs, antennae, and mouth parts. Additionally, they have a series of hard, rigid plates covering them that act as a framework for the attachment of muscles and expansion of movement known as their exoskeleton or outer shell. Finally, they have a body that is bilaterally symmetrical, which indicates that arthropods have minor image structure. I learned more information about the medical importance of arthropods to people as a direct agent of human disease and pain. Arthropods can injure humans in a wide range of ways. They may only cause slight discomfort to some victims, but they may also result in death in the unfortunate victim. Arthropod phobia is referred to as entomophobia. Arthropods act as disease carriers and vectors for a variety of human illness. Invertebrate species known as vectors are involved in both mechanical and biological disease transmission. Arthropods that act as biological vectors for human disease from a medical perspective among the various species of blood-sucking insects that bother people. Mosquitoes are the most significant. They are the only sources of transmission for malaria and dengue. Before the start of the country's massive anti-malarial effort, at least 100 million people in the India had malaria and 1 million people every year died from it. They may bite both during the day and night, and they can breathe in both fresh and salt water. I become familiar with Anopheles species, that most significant malaria vector, and to the yellow fever and dengue virus, Aedes aegypti. Culex species, this is the mosquito that inhabits dwellings most frequently. We must keep in mind that regularly cleaning our surroundings, emptying open containers, and covering water storage, humans may successfully reduce the number of mosquitoes and halt their harmful effects in our lives. Put screens on the houses, use an electric fan, insecticide aerosol, and permethrin that is safe, colorless, and odorless. Use mosquito nets and dress appropriately when going outside. Close the doors and windows. Arthropods that cause infestation to humans since the beginning of time. Lice have been closely linked to humans. When people are under stress and unable to routinely bath or wash their clothes. The main means of transmission for arthropod mites and lice are direct touch with one another and sharing of clothing. Their primary symptom is severe skin itchiness. Searching for skin burrows and using tweezers to remove mites mechanically are the two possible treatments. The best way to avoid this infestation is to practice good and proper hygiene, which includes always cleaning your body, daily bathing, changing, avoiding sharing of clothes, and washing it with hot water and detergents containing borax. Shampoo containing linden quail, which is effective in killing mites, must be used with caution because it can cause seizures if used improperly. Now that we are all adults, we should always keep things clean. Moving forward to the medically important viruses because they are dependent on their hosts. Viruses are unable to divide on their own because they consume their host proteins and energy to reproduce. Viruses are referred to be obligatory intracellular parasites. We are all aware of the coronavirus, also known as COVID-19, which has a significant influence and transforms our life in the most challenging one. There are different categories of viruses like DNA envelope viruses such as herpes virus and hepatitis B virus or HBV. While under the DNA non-envelope viruses are adenovirus, papillomavirus, and smallpox virus. Although most people who contract smallpox recover, about 3 out of every 10 sufferers pass away. Many smallpox survivors have permanent scars over large areas of their body, especially their faces. Some are left behind, and I, myself, already have or experienced this kind of virus, which is quite difficult to defeat and heal. And there's a lot of viruses under RNA developed, such as influenza, measles, mumps, rubella, rabies virus, HIV, which is the most popular one that can usually acquired through sexual contact, and also hepatitis C and D virus. While under RNA non-envelope viruses are poliovirus, coccidiosis virus, rotavirus, rhinovirus, hepatitis A and E virus. Above all viruses, there is a diagnostic method of its viral infection, like tissue culture, which is the most accepted method, fluorescent antibody staining, enzyme-linked immunoassay or ELISA, nucleic acid probes, PCR or polymerase chain reaction, and serology. According to the information and knowledge I have gathered, since we cannot see viruses with the naked eye, they are one of the hardest enemies of humans. The only thing we can do is to take care of ourselves, refrain from touching anything, or engaging in activities that could expose us on HIV. We should also put our safety first and remember that prevention is always preferable to treatment. Living a happy life is preferably than living one that is ultimately filled with regret. And that will be all. Thank you.